What was your most WTF moment with a girl? I start. Me as a freshman, college party. This girl and me that had started flirting 2 weeks ago. We were sitting on a bench flirting, and I was getting ready to kiss her. She gets up, starts talking to a random guy. Not even 5 minutes pass. She is making out with that guy in my face and simultaneously eyeballing me. After that night, she didn't understand why I ghosted her. This was some years ago when I was younger, but I vividly remember the poker face I had in that moment.
She told me her school took her on trips to North Korea. I said I didn't believe her. The next time we met, she had 2 photo albums of her trips there. As we were looking at the photos, a massive 9.1 magnitude earthquake struck, which caused the buildings across the road to bump into each other and created a huge tsunami which killed about 20,000 people and triggered a triple nuclear meltdown at the power station.
First date, we went to dinner and it was nice. We walked around a shopping center for a bit, then when we went to leave, she asked if we could just sit and look over the lake and talk. After some talking, things got a little heated and we kissed, then started making out. She grabbed my face and cut the loudest fart and tried to keep making out. I have never farted in front of anyone before or after that moment. I felt violated.
I had just come home from having all 4 of my wisdom teeth pulled out. I was 18. I'll let that one sink in for a second. This wasn't the flu. I had 4 holes in my mouth that were stuffed with cotton to keep the bleeding down. This prevented me from talking. I was also doped up on whatever painkillers they used back in the late 1970s when they pulled 4 big molars from your jaws. I was a wreck, resting on the couch, feeling like crap, mute, and barely able to see from the drugs. I look up and notice that my girlfriend has come to pay me a visit. I'm thinking, how sweet. I bet you were thinking that too for a brief moment until you remembered what kind of story this is. I had visions of being on the couch, holding her hand as she applied a cool wash rag to my forehead. Wow. Someone had come by, knowing how bad I felt, and wanted to make me feel better. This was great. Now for true comedic effect, this joke is verbal, but we will make do with what we have to work with here. I need to get a style of talking in your mind. Imagine you visit someone in a retirement home. They are sitting in front of a TV, and the show that is on is something that you think they might not like. You like this person. You may even be related to them. Let's say it is your grandmother. You want to ask them a question, and you know they are hard of hearing and a little senile, and so you raise your voice and you speak very clearly and slowly, so they are sure to understand and say something like, "Grandma, do you want me to change the channel?" You know that style of talking? Well, keep that in your mind. As I was resting on the couch, looking up into the face of my girlfriend as she got closer to me, I had thoughts of kind words, maybe some poor baby type stuff. You know, basic, "Oh my gosh, you must be feeling terrible and need some pampering" type stuff. Instead, what I got was her face coming down close to mine, and in that, raise your voice slightly and speak very slowly and clearly style, so that even someone with a mouth full of cotton and a brain full of pain medications could understand you. She said, "I don't want to see you anymore."
I was flying with a female colleague back to Manchester, UK from our vacation in Hamburg, and had to wait in Schiphol, NL. While she told me her life felt like falling apart, and she needed a fresh start, I saw the first plane crash into the World Trade Center on a TV screen behind her.
One girl told me after we had been dating for a month or so that she had been married previously and that she had cheated on her ex multiple times. As she had explained it, every time we got in an argument, I would just go cheat on him. Found a convenient excuse to nip that in the bud.
Had an ex a stalker. She rented a van, put decals on it from a local telecom company. Somehow got a uniform and was able to get my current partner to let her in our house when I was away. While she was in there checking our network, she stole all my underwear. When I got home to our shower and change, I noticed no underwear. I asked what's up. She didn't know. We kinda just thought that's weird. Then later, while having dinner, she explained that the Rogers people came by to check the network, etc. I eventually checked our exterior security and saw my stalker. My girl knew about her but didn't know what she looks like. We moved out if that house.
You sure? That sounds par for the course for Rogers technicians.
My ex told me she was talking to her ex about a potential FWB situation. When I called her out, she cried and claimed she had no one else to talk to, completely dodging the fact that she was planning to cheat on me, while regularly treating me like garbage because her dad had cheated on her mom. Still blows my mind, and it was over 14 years ago at this point.